Howdy, hi. This is Dear Job Sports college basketball picks and predictions for Tuesday, December 23rd, 2025. We are looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, we're going to make this very quick. This will be the only video I post tonight, and it'll be shorter than normal. It currently sounds like World War III is happening inside of my computer. I tried to turn it on. It made a bunch of noise. There was popping sounds. I turned it off for a little bit because it got real hot. I think my computer is dying. Not sure. This is a good time for my computer to die, however, as this will be the last college basketball video until I think they pick back up the 28th. So all college basketball teams are off Christmas Eve, Christmas, the day after. Then maybe they start back the 27th. Nope. There's like 2 games on the 27th, and then everything picked back up on the 28th. So you will see a video from me on college basketball the 27th, assuming my computer is not burned, because it might be. I'm not sure. If there are any multimillionaires watching my videos and you would like to buy me a new computer, please join my Discord and hit my line. We'll gladly take a new computer. But I'm assuming that none of you are multimillionaires, nor do you want to buy me a new computer. You just want good basketball advice, and that is what I'm here to give. However, I did not give that today, as I go 3-4. Really could have been 2-5 if you got the bad number on the IU Indy over. That's 2 days in a row we've had one of our winners win by the hook, when it definitely probably lost for most of my viewers. But anyway, 3-4. Season record is now 195 and 148. We had $8 to the giveaway fund. That total is now at 46. I'm going to recap these real quick because my computer, again, keeps on becoming louder and louder. I really hope you guys can't hear this. All right. It all started off rough. We took the over. Oh, that was the losers. I got to go over the winners first. My head is all out of whack. Northeastern was our first winner. We had them plus 10.5 on the road at Rhode Island. They covered. They were close to winning the game outright, relatively. Final score here, Northeastern 77, Rhode Island 85. That was fraudulent with free throws. I think it was like a 2 or 3 point game with 2 minutes left. Next one, we had Duquesne at home, laying 20.5 to Canisius. They beat the tar out of Canisius. Final score here, Canisius 59, Duquesne 103. Duquesne's not bad. I don't think they're going to be like top 2 or 3 in the A10. But they could definitely go on the road and beat some teams. They're not bad. And finally, over 168, IU Indy and Grand Canyon. This should have flown over the total. It hits as they score 169. But IU Indy had a 6-minute stretch from the 9-minute mark to the 3-minute mark where they scored just 2 points. That was not fun, but we battled through. They only lose by 13. We hit the over as they score 169. All right, now the losers. First game, we had the over 129.5, 11 in the morning between New Haven and Fordham. I did not watch any of this game, but I score monitored it and watched you guys chat about it in the Discord. This was disgusting. New Haven scored 47 points. Fordham scored 65. Combined, they shot 27% from deep. They had 30 turnovers, 30 of them. I don't get how New Haven only scores 47. They played UConn earlier this year, and they put up 55 points. I mean, they can score. Like, they're not a great offense, but you should be able to score more than 47 points against Fordham. Next game, we had VCU laying 31.5. I think that's the last time I'm going to lay a number with VCU. They might be horrible. Like, offensively, I think they're okay. Their defense allowed Ryder to score 79 points. Ryder's previous games, they scored 57 at Delaware, 38 at home to Bucknell, 58 to Quinnipiac. How are you giving up 79 points? VCU lost the rebound battle, won the turnover battle, but it wasn't by many. They should have covered this number. You're scoring 100 points, and you can't cover 31.5 to Ryder. Next one, we had Texas Southern plus 4.5. This was against, Abilene Christian. This is another one that should have hit. Texas Southern had a 3-point halftime lead. They lose the second half by 10. They lose the game by 7. Texas Southern could not hit a three-pointer or a free throw. They shot 52% from the field, but only 27% from deep, 68% from the free throw line. They lose the rebound battle. They win the turnover battle, but that don't really matter when you shoot 68% from the free throw line and 27% from deep. And then finally, this was the worst bet of the day. I think this was worse than New Haven, to be honest with you. East Carolina, you have to cancel all your basketball games. This was depressing. North Carolina beat you 99-51. East Carolina shot 26% from the field, 9% from deep. ECU had 2 more offensive rebounds than North Carolina. They had 10 more shot attempts than the Tar Heels, but they lost the game by 48. East Carolina had one dude on their team go 4 of 24 from the field. I'm looking at you. What is your name? Jordan Riley. What is this? How do you go 4 of 24? They had 2 guys. Actually, of all of their starting players, 4 of them combined to go 6 of 38. And then the other dude went 8 of 11. How do you go 4 of 24? You're one dude. If I'm your coach, I'm just telling you to stop shooting. All right, that's the recap. Let's get on to the picks for tomorrow. All right, we're going to go over these real quick. We have 3 games that I've typed out, and then, again, my computer exploded, so I had to do the rest of the bets as a almost bet section, but I will be betting those games. So, first one, Green Bay on the road at Campbell. Actually, I can talk about Green Bay and Lindenwood. We're going to combine both of these. I think they should both be road favorites. I've seen a decent amount from Green Bay this year that has actually proved they're good. Their head coach, Doug Gottlieb, I used to talk crap on him because he actively runs a podcast while also coaching the team. He has now stepped away from running his podcast, and he is 100% focused on head coaching. That is good. That will help them a lot. I do not think they should be a road dog to Campbell. Noted, Green Bay game tips off at noon. Lindenwood game tips off at 3 o'clock. Green Bay's on a 2-game winning streak. They score 73 a game. I think they have the better roster than Campbell. Campbell is 5-7. They just played 2 road games at Gonzaga and at Minnesota. This is a weird home spot. I don't think anyone will be at this game at noon, 2 days before Christmas. This is going to be empty. And kind of the same thing with Lindenwood. Who's going to Missouri State at 3 o'clock? Or I guess Missouri State. Is that Central? 2 o'clock? I got no goddamn idea what time zone they're in. Either way, nobody is going to this game. Lindenwood is 8-4. They're on a 6-game winning streak. They beat UMKC by 13, NIU by 25, EIU by 8, Western Illinois by 16, and then 2 Division IIs. They score 85 a game, shoot it 48% from the field. They have a significant advantage on the boards. They're top 30 in rebounding in the country. Why is Missouri State laying 3.5? They're coming off a 1-point home win to Oral Roberts. They're 5-5 on the year, but they've beaten 2 Division II schools. So really, they're 3-5. They only shoot it 45% from the field, and they score 75 a game. Why are they laying a number? I don't know. Give me both road dogs. All right, and then finally, I'm going to do this quickly as possible. UCLA minus 25.5. If you recall their previous game, they were down at halftime to Cal Poly. Mick Cronin is the kind of coach who is going to, I don't want to say belittle his team, but he is going to constantly remind his team at practice, going to Chipotle, all throughout the week that they were down at halftime to Cal Poly. They're going to come out, punch UC Irvine in the mouth, and beat them by a lot. Next, almost bets, but they're not almost bets. They're my actual bets. FAU, UCF, taking the over, 159.5. Ohio State, minus 26.5. They just played really well. Neutral site game against North Carolina. I like them to beat the piss out of Grambling. Then finally, St. John's minus 24.5. I probably should stop laying numbers with St. John's just because they really haven't covered them all year. But if you look who they're playing an Ivy League school. I think the Ivy League is awful, so we'll fade the Ivy League. Give me St. John's minus 24.5. All right, that is going to do it for this video. The next time I will see you guys for college basketball is the 26th. Yes, is the 26th, the night of. I will post a video. Oh, no, there's only 3 games on the 27th. God, this is so weird. I will see you the night of the 27th for the games on the 28th. That is assuming my computer is fixed and I am actually able to record. Hopefully that is a yes and I can take it in and they fix it. Or a multimillionaire sends me money for a new computer. Whatever happens, it is what it is. I appreciate you guys watching. Now I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.